Gilly put us across Slot Rannoch in the dusk of the next day and gave us his opinion as to our best route. This was to get us up at once into the tops of the mountains to go round by a circuit, turning the heads of Glen Lyon, Glen Lochay and Glen Dochart, and come down upon the lowlands by Kippen and the upper waters of the Forth. Alan was little pleased with the route that led us through the country of the Bloodfoes, the Glenorchy Campbells. He objected that by turning to the east we should come almost at once among the Athlone Stuarts, a race of his own name and lineage, although following a different chief, and come besides by a far easier and swifter way to the place whither we were bound. But the Gilly, who was indeed the chief man of Cluny's scouts, had good reason to give him on all hands, naming the force of troops in every district, and alleging finally, as well as I could understand it, that we should nowhere be so little troubled as in the country of the Campbells. Alan at last gave way, but with only half a heart. It's one of the dowdiest countries in Scotland, said he. There's nothing there that I know but heath and crows and Campbells. But I see you're a man of some penetration, and be it as you please. So we set forth accordingly by this itinerary, and for the best parts of 3 nights travelled on eerie mountains and along the wellheads of wild rivers, often buried in mist, almost continually blown and rained upon, and not once cheered by even a glimpse of sunlight. By day, we lay and slept in the drenching heather. By night, incessantly clambered upon breakneck hills and among rude crags. We often wondered. We were often so involved in fog that we must lie quiet till it lightened. A fire was never to be thought of. Our only food was drammach and a portion of cold meat that we had carried from the cage. And as for drink, well, heaven knows we had no want of water. This was a dreadful time, rendered even more dreadful by the gloom of the weather in the country. I was never warm, my teeth chattered in my head, I was troubled with a very sore throat, such as I had had on the Isle. I had such a painful stitch in my side, which never left me. And when I slept in my wet bed, with the rain beating above me, and the mud oozing below me, it was to live over again in fancy the worst part of my adventures, to see the tower of Shaw's lit by lightning, Ransom carried below on the men's backs, Sean dying on the roundhouse floor, or Colin Campbell grasping at the bosom of his coat. From such broken slumbers I would be aroused in the gloaming, to sit up in the same puddle where I'd slept, and sup cold drammach, the rain driving sharp in my face, running down my back in icy trickles, the mist enfolding us like as in a gloomy chamber, or perhaps as the wind blew, falling suddenly apart, showing us the gulf of some dark valley where the streams were crying aloud. The sound of an infinite number of rivers came up from all round. In this steady rain the springs of the mountain were broken up. Every glen gushed water like a cistern. Every stream was in high spate, and filled and overflowed its channel. During our night tramps it was solemn to hear the voice of them below in the valleys, now booming like thunder, now with an angry cry. I could well understand the story of the water god and demon of the streams, who is fabled to keep wailing and roaring at the ford until the coming of the doomed traveller. Alan, I sort of believed him, half believed him, and when the cry of the river rose, unusually sharp, I was little surprised, though of course I would still be shocked, to see him cross himself in the manner of the Catholics. During all these horrid wanderings we had no familiarity, scarcely even out of speech. The truth is that I was sickening to my grave, which is my best excuse, but besides that, I was of an unforgiving disposition since my birth, slow to take offence, slower to forget it, and now incensed both against my companion and myself. For the best part of 2 days he was unwearyingly kind, silent indeed, but always ready to help, and always hoping, as well I could see, that my displeasure would blow by. For the same length of time I stayed in myself, nursing my anger, roughly refusing his services, and passing over with my eyes as if he had been a bush or a stone.
He can be a grumpy little sod when he wants to be, can't he, David?
Oh yeah. You have to remember he's an adolescent.
Yeah.
You have to keep reminding yourself he's an adolescent.
Yeah, because I suppose as the narrator you think he's quite mature, but
Yeah,
as
you
a
do.
boy wandering around in the thing.
Yeah. And he's having to deal with some very mature stuff.
Yeah.
But he is at heart, emotionally. I mean, that's part of the drama of the book and the skill of the writing is that you get this very strong sense of him as quite a mardy adolescent.
Yeah, yeah. Our adolescent hasn't been mardy at all.
Not once.
She's been terrific.
She's been absolutely fabulous. And
She's down there.
She's loving it.
Marvellous.